What is service design? Let's start with an example. Think of the last time you went to the DMV. If your experience was like most people's, it was frustrating, took way too long, and you probably didn't leave feeling great. While waiting, you may have wondered, why isn't this service more satisfying? And started imagining ways to improve your experience. Service design is the practice of making services, just like the DMV, better, through research, developing ideas, and testing experiences. Because you can't see them, you probably don't think about services too often, but they are everywhere, and you're interacting with dozens, if not hundreds of them every day. Services range from product-based to intangible, and from simple, such as online videos, car mechanics, and in-store shopping, to complicated, staying at a hotel, mortgages, and public transit, to highly complex, education, healthcare, and government services. As you can see, services affect most areas of our lives. Actually, services are so prolific that they now account for a majority of the world's GDP. So, what do service designers do? Every service is different, so there's no one procedure set in stone. However, service designers usually collaborate with many other disciplines while following these basic steps. We begin by talking to everyone involved with or affected by the service, collectively called stakeholders, to deeply understand their ideas on what an ideal experience would look like. Compiling this research gives us a complete, bird's-eye view of the current service and what's required to satisfy the needs and motivations of each group. Based on these findings, we then work with the stakeholders to create a variety of ideas that we believe will improve the service. Next, we test our most appealing ideas with real people using service prototypes, which are mock-ups of an idea that allow someone to experience how it feels to interact with a plan for implementing, sustaining, and evolving it in the future. So, what are the results? When service design is done well, it's like running a highly constructive group therapy session in which stakeholders build symbiotic relationships and unify on the common goal of producing a small team of designers can quickly test different kinds of appointments and express lanes to see how these changes can best improve their waiting line experience. Or we might have employees at one DMV location provide customers with free coffee, Wi-Fi, and a comfortable lounge area in order to test how these small changes can improve the overall experience. Repeating these phases many times allows us to better understand the problem while polishing our ideas and collecting them into a complete service solution. At the end of the process, we share the newly redesigned service with the relevant stakeholders and provide them with. It's like running a highly constructive group therapy session in which stakeholders build symbiotic relationships and unify on the common goal of producing great service experiences. This leads to services that are desirable, enjoyable, effective, and efficient for providers, consumers, and society.
Chapter 15: Designing and Managing Services. What is service? A service is any act or performance that one party can offer to another that is essentially intangible and does not result in the ownership of anything. It is directly applied to the customer once they patronize it. Service cannot be consumed later. It must be consumed at the time they have the service. Service industry are quite varied. We have the government sector, private non-profit sector, business sector, and manufacturing sector. The government sector, with its courts, employment services, hospitals, loan agencies, military services, police and fire department, post office, regulatory agencies, and schools is in this sector. Private non-profit sector, with its museums, charities, churches, colleges, foundation, and hospitals, is in this sector. Business sector, with its airlines, banks, hotels, insurance companies, law firm, management consulting firm, medical practices, motion picture companies, real estate firm, and other companies or businesses who render services is in this sector. Last is the manufacturing sector, who really provide a service to different businesses. They can be a computer operators, make ideas, or create products for others. Categories of service mix. A company offering to a marketplace often includes some services. The service component can be minor or major part of a total offering. 5 categories of offering can be distinguished. Pure tangible good. The offering consists primarily of a tangible good such as soap, toothpaste, or salt. Tangible goods are physical products defined by the ability to be touched. Pure tangible good does not accompanied with any services, just a product itself. Tangible good with accompanying services. The offering consists of tangible good accompanied by one or more services. For example, if we buy computer, typically have bundle of services like warranties, installation advice, operator training, repairs, and maintenance. Hybrid. The offering consists of equal part of goods and services. For example, people patronize restaurants for both food and services. Major service with accompanying minor goods and services. The offering consists of major service along with the additional services or supporting goods. For example, airline passenger by transportation service. The trip includes some tangibles such as food and drinks, a ticket stub, and an airline magazine. The trip is the major service. Food and drink is the minor goods. Pure service. The offering consists primarily of a service. Example of pure service includes babysitting, psychotherapy, and a massage. Because of these varying goods to service mix, it is difficult to generalize about services without further distinctions. However, some generalizations seem safe. First, services vary as to whether they are equipment-based, like automated car washes or vending machines, or people-based, like window washing, accounting services. People-based services vary by whether they are provided by unskilled, skilled, or professional workers. Second, some services require the client's presence, and some do not. Brain surgery involves a client's presence. A car repair does not. If the client must be present, the service provider has to be considered of his or her need. Third, services differ as to whether they meet a personal need or a business need. Fourth, service providers differ in their objectives, which profit or non-profit, and ownership, private or public. Characteristics of services and their marketing implications. Services have 4 major characteristics that greatly affect the design of marketing programs: intangibility, inseparability, variability, and perishability. Intangibility. Unlike physical products, services cannot be seen, tasted, felt, heard, or smelled before they are bought. Services are basically intangible. Example of this would be airlines. Airline passenger, they have no guarantee for a good flying experience or safe arrival of their baggage before the journey. Due to the intangibility, a marketer faces a lot of problem in services. You have to make them feel or believe that you offer the best service. They must manage to tangibilize the intangible by means of physical evidence, which are the place, people, equipment, communication materials, symbols, and price. Place. The exterior and interior should have clean lines. The customer must feel that the place is comfortable and have good ambience. People. Personnel should be busy. As a customer enters the store, the personnel must entertain the customer. They must communicate to them and ask them what they need. Equipments. The equipment to be used must be clean and pleasing to see. Computers, copying machines, and desks should be looked at the state of the art. By that, it will add to the customer perception that you offer the best service. Communication material and symbols are closely related to each other. They must position to the mind of customers that they offer the best service. Price. The marketer must explain why the price of their service is in that state. The benefit must be explained well for them to know what they will get in patronizing the service you offer. Inseparability. Services are typically produced and consumed simultaneously. In the case of physical goods, it can be separated. They can manufacture it into a product, distribute to multiple resellers, and consume later. But in case of services, it cannot be separated from a service provider because a service provider would become a part of the service. Perishability. Services cannot be stored. Customer must acquire it before the service time expired. Example, doctor have appointment with patient with specified date. Then the patient did not come with that specified date. The service here perished because the customer did not come at the time that he or she must have it. Variability. Services are highly variable. It is about the service quality and consistency of a good service that you provide to them. In business, whose product or services must please the customer once they patronize your service, same as if they go back. Because if not, they will tend to go to other who can give them better service. Service firm can take steps toward service quality control. First is investing in hiring and training procedures. In hiring, they should set a qualifications on what service you are rendering. And in training, if they got hired, they must acquire a trainer who can teach them to do a better customer service and how to handle different customers regardless if they are skilled or unskilled. Second, recruit the right employee. You must get a person who is specialized in the field of service you are rendering to your customer. For example, in a salon, you must recruit a person who has knowledge in salon services. Three additional P's. The traditional 4 P's of marketing approach work well for goods, but additional elements required attention in service businesses. We have the 3 additional P's of service marketing: the people, physical evidence, and process. People. It is about the selection, training, and motivation of employees can make a huge difference in customer satisfaction. Ideally, employees should exhibit competence, a caring attitude, responsiveness, initiative, problem-solving ability, and a goodwill. Service companies such FedEx empower their employees or personnel to give the best service experience to their customers. Physical evidence and representation, which I already discussed a while ago. Processes. It is up to you what process you will take for a better customer experience. For example, in a restaurant, they develop such different formats as cafeteria style, fast food, buffet, and candlelight service. Strategy is the key on how you can attract your customer to what format you're going to undertake. For some services, customers cannot judge the technical qualities even after they receive the service. This figure shows various products and services according to difficulty of evaluation. At the left are goods high in search qualities. Characteristic the buyer can evaluate before purchase. As you can see, most of it are goods which can be evaluated before purchase because they can physically see it and they can touch it. In the middle are the goods and services high in experience qualities. Characteristic the buyer can evaluate after purchase. Goods or services that can be evaluated after are the restaurant meals, vacations, haircut, child cares, and many more. They have to taste, feel it, experience it before they know or what they can say in that goods and services. At the right side are the goods and services high in credence qualities. Characteristic the buyer normally find hard to evaluate even after consumption It is because they never know what would be the outcome even after experience a service. For example, in television repair, even after it was being repaired, they can't evaluate so sudden because there is a possibility for the television to be damaged after the repair. Service companies face three tasks, namely increased competitive differentiation, service quality, and productivity that can be discussed further in the preceding topics.
Managing differentiation. Service marketers frequently complain about the difficulty of differentiating their services. However, services can be differentiated through offering, delivery, or image. Offering. The offering can include innovative features. So, kailangan yung isang product na ino-offer ng company has innovative features. What the customer expects is called the primary service package. To this, the provider can add secondary service features. Faster and better delivery. A service company can differentiate itself by designing a better and faster delivery system. So, kailangan mabilis yung delivery system ng isang service company. So, there are three levels of differentiation under faster and better delivery. First is reliability. Some suppliers are more reliable in their on-time delivery, order completeness, and order cycle time. Second is resilience. Some suppliers are better at handling emergencies, product recalls, and answering inquiries. And last, innovativeness, wherein some suppliers create better information systems, introduce barcoding and mixed palettes, and in other ways help the customer. Next is image. Service companies can also differentiate through symbols and branding. So, kailangan appealing sa customers yung brand ng product mo para makapag-build ka ng sarili mong image. Managing service quality. The service quality of a firm is tested at each service encounter. Customers firm service expectations from past experiences, word of mouth, and advertising. So, para ma-impress natin yung customers natin at tangkilikin yung services natin, through advertising pa lang, kailangan appealing na sa kanila. So, there are 5 gaps that causes unsuccessful delivery. First is gap between customer expectation and management perception. Management does not always correctly perceive what customers want. Gap between management perception and service quality specification. Management might correctly perceive customers' want but not set a performance standard. Next is gap between service quality specifications and service delivery. Personnel might be poorly trained or incapable or unwilling to meet the standards, or they may be filled to conflicting standards. Next is gap between service delivery and external communications. Customer expectations are affected by statements made by company representatives and ads. Last is gap between perceived service and expected service. This gap occurs when a consumer misperceives. Last is gap between perceived service and expected service. This gap occurs when the consumer misperceives the service quality. Next is strategic concept. Top service companies are customer obsessed. They have a clear sense of their target customers and their needs. So yun nga, 'di ba, customer obsessed. So meaning kailangan yung strategy ng company is specific or clear para makakuha sila ng customers. Next is top management commitment. Companies such as Marriott, Disney, and McDonald's have a thorough commitment to service quality. So, kailangan, yung top management ng isang company is committed to a service quality para balik-balikan sila ng customers. Kailangan i-ensure nila yung quality, service, cleanliness, and values ng isang company. High standards. The best service providers set high service quality standards. Next is self-service technologies. Many person-to-person service interactions are being replaced by self-service technologies. So yun nga, nare-reduce na yung person-to-person interactions because of self-service technologies. For example, is traditional vending machines, automatic teller machines, self-pumping at gas stations, self-checkout at hotels, self-ticket purchasing on the internet, and self-customization of products on the internet. Monitoring systems. Top firms audit service performance, both their own and competitors on a regular basis. So, kailangan ine-evaluate mo yung performance ng company mo para ma-determine mo kung sino yung customer satisfiers and dissatisfiers. So, by means of collecting customer informations, gagaya ng feedback, suggestions, and comments about dun sa product and services mo.
Satisfying customer complaints. In satisfying customer complaints, there are 7 steps. First, be approachable. You should be approachable that the customers feel comfortable asking for assistance whenever required, so they will come back. Second, a lively conversation. Staying calm while facing angry and frustrated customer is of utmost importance. The conversation needs to be two-way though. Third, make them believe you. Customers tend to trust the ones who take up the responsibility to fix the problem. Fourth, jotting down complaint notes. Jot down the problems and figure out what best can be done to avoid such situation in the future. Fifth, immediate and active investigation. The faster the complaints are resolved, the greater the appreciation and the loyalty you'll receive from customers. 6. Final feedback. Once the complaints are resolved, seek the customer's feedback. They might require some more assistance or have a few more queries. Lastly, follow up. A quick follow-up phone call a few days later to make sure everything is okay will be icing on the cake. Satisfying employees as well as customers. Employees are the key connector in the relationship between a company and its customer. As a result, if our employees aren't happy, our customer won't be happy with our companies. And our companies won't be happy with the business result. Like for example, Jollibee. Jollibee are not only known for their product, but also to their services. Lively greet and smiling while serving has a great impact to the customer. Managing productivity. This is the service firms are under great pressure to keep costs down and increase productivity. These are have 7 approaches to improve service productivity. First, have service providers work more skillfully. The company can hire and foster more skillful workers through better selection and training, so that the service will work efficiently and effectively. Next, increase the quantity of service by surrendering some quality. Example, doctors working from some health medical organization have moved toward handling more patients and giving less time to each patient. Third, industrialize the service. By adding equipment and standardizing production, companies adopt a manufacturing attitude toward producing services. And that example is McDonald's. McDonald's assembly line approach to fast food retailing, culminating the technological hamburger. McDonald's use machine and technologies to make their services easy and faster. Managing product support service. Product support service all have to provide manufacturers of equipment, small appliances, office machines, tractors, mainframes, and airplanes. In fact, product support service is become a major battleground for competitive advantage. These are industries that must provide a service bundle. The company must define customer needs carefully in designing its service support program. Customers have specific worries. They are reliability and failure frequency. Customers worry about the tabulation of the number of times that each different value appear in particular set of values and ability of company to perform a service dependably. Second, downtown duration. Customer worry about downtown duration. The longer the downtown, the higher the cost. The customer counts on the seller service dependability. The seller's ability to fix the machine quickly or at least provide the loaner, or else it results a service failure. Third, customer worry about out-of-pocket costs of maintenance and repair. Customers always ask to themselves, how much does the customer have to spend on regular maintenance and repair costs? Customers consider the cost they purchase and the expenses from the date they purchase the product. They worry from the start of purchase is expensive until the repair of maintenance they provide to it. Post-sale service strategy. A sale is the first step to increasing your sales, not the loss. Providing good post-sale service, show your customer you want to build a long-term relationship with them. Earn their loyalty and keep their business. Many successful businesses use post-sale service strategies to consolidate sales, build customer relationships, and grow their profits. Providing post-sale strategy keeps your customer coming back to you to encourage them to refer your business to others. Post-sale service strategy includes what you do at the point of sales, including your customer service and selling techniques. It also includes how you follow up after the customer has left, such as providing follow-up contact and effectively dealing with complaints. Example, DKSH offer a watch here in the Philippines. DKHS applied post-sale service strategy for 2 years from purchase date to ensure clear benefits to their customer. Major trends in product support service. Following are the major trends in customer service area. First, building more reliable and more easily fixable equipment. Equipment manufacturers are building more reliable and more easily fixable equipment. One reason is the shift from electromechanical equipment to electronic equipment, which has fewer breakdowns and more repairable. Companies are adding modularity and disposability to facilitate self-servicing. Second, customers are become more sophisticated and pressing for services unbundling. Customers become practical about buying product support service, and they want separate prices for each service element and the right to select the elements they want, to not being wrong in the end. Third, customer dislike deal with a multitude service providers. Customers increasingly dislike having to deal with multitude of service providers handling different types of equipment. Some third-party service organizations now service a greater range of equipment. Customers did not want to deal to different service providers. Of course, it was waste of time to them and energy. Fourth, service contracts. Service contracts is also called extended warranties, in which seller agreed to provide pre-maintenance and repair services for a specified period of time at a specified contract price. May diminish in importance. It was commonly offered in technologies product like appliances and gadgets. Fifth, customer service choices increasingly rapidly. Customer service choices are increasing rapidly, and this is holding down prices and profits on services. Equipment manufacturers increasingly have to figure out how to make money on their equipment, dependent of service contract. Fifth, companies increasing their call center and their customer service presentation, or CSRs. Handling phone calls more efficiently, they will improve their service, reduce complaints, and extend customer longevity. Of course, many companies do that to make their customer loyalty.